Well, here on Eurobandit here once again. I'm currently working on a Sony TC188ST stereo cassette deck from the late 70s, and this thing pretty much works, but it had an issue, and that was the very slow eject. So if your cassette deck ejects very slowly, if it does have a loading door and it ejects extremely slowly, I mean that slowly that you actually have to pull it with your finger, well, then you do have a problem. However, good news, it's quite easy to fix. Let me show how it ejects right now. As you can see, this is a decent speed. This is pretty much how quickly the door opened when it was new. Feels nice and smooth, exactly as I like it, but it was very slow. It barely opened and I had to pull it with my finger. I would advise you to take the door off. It's very easy on most cassette decks. You either pull it upwards or you pull it outwards and up, or you'll figure it out. Some are even screwed in place. That's not a big deal. So this door is now removed. If the door opens very slowly, it most likely is set for a very good few years, and this thing is no exception. So the very first thing you can do is work it out by manually closing it and opening it, but don't close it all the way, because that way you'll have to press the eject button all the time. So what you simply want to do is just exercise it a couple of times, and you will see immediately that it will start working better. Then that's most likely not gonna solve 100% of the issue. Well, if not, then you remove the cover. It only has a few screws. On some cassette decks it only has as few as 4. This thing had 6. And this is how the smooth eject mechanism looks like. It does have 2 springs, one over here and one over here, and this is how it operates. As you can see, the gears are spinning, and in my case this spring isn't as stiff as it was back when it was new. Now of course that's all normal, they kinda get soft over the years, but that's not a huge problem either. You can either replace the spring, or you can shorten the spring by cutting it and then figuring out how to get it in. In this case it's not that hard, but not everyone can do it. In my case, see this screw over here? Well, this mechanism is adjustable. I basically took a screwdriver, loosened the screw, and I pulled the entire mechanism backwards on the maximum. Because as you can see, there's a bit of gap in here, so that's a small adjustment. So basically I pulled the thing all the way and then I tightened the screw, and it immediately became stiffer, the spring that is, because it now has more tension obviously. And if your cassette deck has this type of mechanism and adjustment, then you can do that. And also these gears were pretty dry as well, so what you want to do is lubricate them. Now don't use a Vaseline or something that damages the plastic. You'll have to find out what's the best. WD-40 is okay, it doesn't hurt the plastic. However, I don't know how long the WD-40 itself will work, because it's not really a lubricant. It's a universal product, so you might want to use something that's for this purpose. You could use some lithium grease. I don't think that's bad for the plastic, but I use this Vaseline spray thing, which is meant to lubricate electrical contacts. As you can see, there's a battery in the picture. This is the stuff I use to lubricate the pots and switches on home electronics after I deoxidize them. First I use the deoxidizing spray, and then I use this thing right here, and seems to lubricate quite well and does the job. Not gonna lube it again because I already did that, but just squirt a bit or spray a bit over the gears and a tiny bit inside the holes as well. There's a lot of things you can do. So that's how you fix a cassette door that ejects slowly. Hope you liked this video. If you did, why not? Thumbs up. Check out my other videos and subscribe if you like what I'm doing, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.